I'd like to call to order the April 10th meeting of the Shelby Township Planning Commission, and I ask the secretary to call the roll, please.
Mr. Snyder?
Here.
Mr. Meredith?
Here.
Ms. Baker?
Here.
Ms. Casali?
Here.
Mr. Turner is absent. Mr. Apone?
Here.
Mr. Lorraine?
Here.
Mr. Chairman, we have a quorum.
Great, thank you. First item is approve the agenda, as much of it that it is an agenda.
So moved.
Support. Moved and supported, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next, approve of the minutes from the March 27th meeting.
So moved.
Support. Moved and supported, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. This evening, one item, site plan number 23-06 for Henry Opie for G&G Industries. The petitioner or representative is here. You need to come up to the mic, name and address. What are you requesting? Briefly, the reasons for it.
Absolutely.
If
If I may, my name is David Michael.
then you need to come up to the mic. Come up to the microphone. Identify yourself.
Mr. Opie will be doing the bulk of the speaking, but my name is David Michael. I'm general counsel for Quadrate Construction Company, which is doing the construction for Mr. Opie's company,
And your
and I
address.
can speak to legal aspects of the matter.
Your address?
My address is 15801 23 Mile Road, Macomb, Michigan 48042.
Okay, great. And so when we're done speaking, if you could just sign in too, please.
Henry Opie with G&G Industries. We're at 50665 Corporate Drive in Shelby Township.
Okay.
So basically, we're looking to get approval on an addition of our building. G&G has been operating in this building since 2003. We're looking for a 41,000 square foot addition. I don't know how much detail you want me to go into, but basically, currently the building is L-shaped, and essentially what it does is it kind of fills in that L to make the building a square. We're a manufacturing company, so we do manufacturing for automotive parts. We're basically just, with our growth, we're pretty much full in that building right now and really need the extra space for additional business that we're bringing on over the next couple of years.
Okay. Will you be adding any more employees if you can find them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the intention is up to 75 additional employees.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you. To the planner for.
Yep, thank you, Chairman. So as Mr. Opie explained, this is in addition to an existing manufacturing building. The site is zoned heavy manufacturing, which is consistent with our zoning ordinance. The facade of the addition is also consistent with the existing building with brick on the bottom and pre-finished metal siding for the upper portions of the building. They're also seeking for approval of an outdoor storage area that's consistent with the metal siding of the building as well along the east property line that abuts the freeway. The only concern that I have is for the additional parking. Currently they have 108 parking spaces. The new addition will require a total of 264 parking spaces. The addition along the front eliminates 33 spaces, but they're providing 12 new spaces for the east side of the site. Based on the zoning ordinance, the site would be 144 spaces deficient. So, but however, they do have enough area on the north side of the property to provide that parking. It's also listed on the site plan. But I will leave it up to Mr. Opie to describe. I don't know with automation if the current parking is sufficient for their site or not. So based on them having the area for land banked, and if the township has the opportunity to call it in if needed, then I don't have a problem with it, but it would be up to Mr. Opie to provide details and data that parking that they have currently proposing is sufficient.
Yeah, especially if you indicate you're looking to add 75 bodies with the existing. What is the current parking situation, and how do you think you can get away with so much fewer than? And I think one could argue that maybe our parking ordinance could be a little bit aggressive. And I don't object to banking it, but it needs to make sense.
Sure. Yeah, we do have a large portion of property still available north of the building, even after this addition, which is listed, as mentioned on the site plan, as banked parking. So that would be available. We're currently using, I would say, approximately a third of our existing parking right now. We have around 90 employees right now. As mentioned, we do lose a few spaces. We're adding some but subtracting some as well. So we do lose a few spaces with that. We do have a lot of automation currently in our building already. So in a certain portion of our building, we have 4 large fully automated cells. And then in the new area, we're looking at 2 large automated cells. So I'm not sure exactly, the ratios and things that might be needed, but from a standpoint of actual usable parking space, I suspect that we're actually okay. But again, that area to the north could be converted into, actual parking lot.
How many spots could that accommodate?
Very significant. I mean, hundreds. I don't know the exact number. I'm not sure if you know it. But it's a significant space.
To the planner, sufficient to meet the ordinance, you believe?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thought they don't have them outlined here, but definitely enough to meet our zoning ordinance requirement.
All right, okay. To the board, are there any questions for the petitioner? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Snyder.
I move to approve site plan 23-06 Henry Opie for G&G Industries, parcel number 2307-23-151-013, located on the south side of 23 Mile Road, east of the M53 Expressway, for building an addition and parking, subject to submission of final plans addressing all department engineers and planning commission comments.
Support.
Moved by Snyder, support by Moore. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none. Commissioner Snyder?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Yes.
Commissioner Meredith?
Yes.
Commissioner Baker?
Yes.
Commissioner Casali?
Yes.
Commissioner Pone?
Yes.
Commissioner LeRae?
Yes.
The chair votes yes. Good luck. Next, planning director's report.
I don't have anything at this
No,
time,
no
Chairman.
reports from 4 or 5 years ago we need to approve? No?
Nope.
Okay. All right, just checking. With that, one more motion.
Move to adjourn.
Is there support? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.